In addition, effective immediately, applicants must provide a provincial attestation with their study permit application.
There's one more piece of documentation that I want to talk about, and that's the reason why I'm doing this video. If you're using an agent, whether in your local country, make sure that they're aware. Hello everyone, welcome to Nana's channel. Nawakaribisha sana katika hii page yangu ya YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me today. Now today I'm gonna make a really short video, but on to the point. I'm bringing to your attention the recent changes that has been happening here in Canada regarding student permits. There are a lot of information that is just flying out there. As I told you, we have a new immigration minister, that is Mark Miller, and a lot of changes are happening. And so I need you to keep in touch. Click on the subscribe and the bell, ring the bell, because then as the changes are coming, I will be letting you know, guys. And that's why I'm doing this quick video today. Now, if you're new here, thank you so much for clicking, and I really do appreciate the fact that you have clicked on this video. Kindly remember to subscribe, like, share, leave a sweet comment in the comment section. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always clicking on my video. Thank you so much. Kindly remember to share with your friends, and if you have not subscribed yet, this is the time for you to subscribe. Anyways, you guys, there have been changes. Canada is changing so fast, I can't even keep up. Now, if you're a student, if you have applied for a student permit, if you are hoping or thinking or planning to apply for a student permit, or if you have currently applied for a student permit, stay tuned and make sure you ring on the bell. Or if you know any relative, friends, or someone in your community who is hoping or planning to come to Canada, it is very important that you ring the bell, because the changes that are coming right now, I will telling them to you as they come, and they're very important to ensure that you get your student permit. Otherwise, you might just lose on your student permit because you're not keeping in touch with the changes that are happening right now. Now, currently, the minister, who is Mark Miller, announced that on top of everything that you have done, and everything I mean, I've done videos, lots of videos, I will link them up above, on how to apply for a university, on how to get admission, on how to choose a college, on how to choose a university or a college, the provinces to choose from, and all that. So make sure you watch this video, but finish this video and then you can go back and watch those videos. So in addition to all the documentations that I told you, or that you're supposed to be submitting, there's one more additional layer of documentation that you need now for IRCC. In case you don't know what IRCC is, it is Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada. Now, this is the body that is charged with processing all visas or permit, anything that brings you to Canada. Now, as I was saying, for IRCC to even consider looking at your application, you need this added layer of documentation. It is a very important documentation. Now, which are the documents that you need to put together? I'm going to say them so quickly because I've been talking about them in this channel. For you to come to Canada as a student, these are the steps in short. Summary. These are the steps. You need to find a university. How do you find a university? Look for the course that you want to do, okay? After you find a university, submit a good quality application. Now, good quality applications includes your transcripts from your former university, high school, college, all those academic documents that you need. So you need that. You also need a resume done in Canadian format. You need a statement of purpose. I made a whole video on how to do a statement of purpose. You need references. You need application fee, and also these are the standard documents that you need. But depending on the course that you're going to do, if you're going to do a specialized course, of course you're going to need more documentation. So go through the website of that university, go through the course that you want to apply for, look at the requirements, okay, in addition to those ones. So those are the documents you need to apply for a position at a post-secondary institution here in Canada. Now, after you gather these documents, you send them to that college, that university, that post-secondary institution. You send them there. Once you send them, they will review, they will ask for more documentation if they need, and then they will give you an admission letter. Okay, once they give you an admission letter, usually this is now what we use together with application form from IRCC. There's so many forms that you need to fill: application form, family form, you need a sponsor's letter if you're being sponsored either by your family, by a friend, or by anybody who is sponsoring you. You need a letter from your parents stating that they have allowed you to come study here. All those documentation together with the admission letter you get from the college, the post-secondary institution, college, university, or whatever it is, those documents you put together, and bank statements you put together and send them to IRCC. Now, that has been the case until this now. Now there's one more piece of documentation that I want to talk about, and that's the reason why I'm doing this video. It's called attestation letter. Attestation letter, I'm going to leave the word on the screen. Now this letter is very important. IRCC has said that now for your application, your student permit application to be processed, you need attestation letter from provinces. Now, what is this letter? First of all, this is it's more of a confirmation, a letter, or more of a recommendation confirmation letter that you get from a province that yes, you're going to study in that college in that province. Okay, so that is what they need. So I'll give you an example. If you want to go to study at a college in Ontario, let's say you want to go study at a University of Toronto in Ontario. Ontario is a province. After getting an admission letter from University of Toronto, you're going to have to get a letter from the province of Ontario confirming that yes, you're going to study there, and so IRCC should process your study permit. Now, this letter does not mean that IRCC will automatically give you the permit. This is more of a recommendation letter. Usually when you go for an interview and they ask for references, there are high chances that you get the job. But you know what? This is just an added layer of documentation that IRCC needs for them to process. Okay, doesn't mean that they're going to give you the permit if you provide that letter. Now, I don't know if you know that if you're applying for permanent residency and you're going through the PNP processes, this is a type of letter, like you get a recommendation, like a nomination from the province. Now, for you to be a student here in Canada, you will need more of a nomination. Okay, but it's not a nomination because it does not guarantee. It's just like a letter confirming that you're going to study in that province. Okay, I don't know if that makes sense. So if you want to study at UBC, that is University of British Columbia in Vancouver or in Kelowna, which is in the province of British Columbia, you're going to have to ask British Columbia to do an attestation letter for you. Okay, so that together with this attestation letter, admission letter, and all the documentations that you need, and this does not eliminate or replace all the documentation that has been in place. This is just added. So all this documentation, you send them to IRCC. So this attestation letter is very important. So if you have applied for a student permit, rush to the province website of that province that the university is located and request for this letter. It is very important. If you're planning to submit, remember that there's that. If you're using an agent, whether in your local country, make sure that they're aware of these attestation letters, because the standard has been, this letter has not been required until this point, until 2024. It's starting now. So if they're not aware, if they're not keeping up with immigration news, they might submit your application without it, and then your application is going to be rejected. Now, content of the attestation letter, I do not know. Nobody knows at this point. the content. And you don't have to worry about that because it's the province that is going to be doing this attestation letter. So this has been announced, but it has not been rolled out yet. So I'm going to leave a link to the website of all the provinces in Canada so that you can run to their website and check if they have actually rolled out a plan on how to apply for that letter. But it is important to have that letter. Okay, that is going to be one of the documents that open the doors for IRCC to start processing your application. So it's very important. It is very crucial. Make sure you remember that. So how long after applying for this attestation letter are you gonna get it? Again, nobody knows because this is just an announcement that was made the other day by Mark Miller, and provinces are yet to roll out a plan, and the period is going to take. I think it's also going to depend on the number of applicants, the number of people are applying to get this letter. So I would say the earlier the better. But as of now, nobody knows yet, which is why I need you to ring that bell, because whenever I get this information, I will be bringing it to you. Okay, so guys, that's the news. You need to get this attestation letter and add it to your application that you're making for a student permit, and then you send them to IRCC or the Embassy of Canada in your country for processing. Anyways, you guys, I hope this helped. Okay, I hope I was a little bit clear on it. Stay tuned for more immigration news coming up. I will leave a video of Mark Miller talking about this. See you in my next video.